Here we are, about to learn the true past of
Old People Hill.
Old People Hill, but more importantly, about Insecure K and how he became a Pokemon.
And how he became insecure.
Yeah, that too.
That's a bigger story.
Do you think becoming a Pokemon is why he became insecure? Was it that questionnaire that told him he was lonely and then suddenly he became much more insecure about himself?
Wow. So you're gonna turn back into a human and then call yourself K.
Yeah.
Alright. Hey buddy. How you doing?
There he be.
You're just standing there. We've killed everything we've met on our way up this hill. Or rather, the one standing behind us has. Don't look at him. Don't look at him. No, don't look at him.
I don't think he's gonna look.
I don't. No. No?
He's taking your advice, man. he has seen the one they called Dunderduck and the horrible future he will bring to this world.
Yeah, he knows what'll happen.
So we can't seem to get a response out of this guy.
I do like the weird Lion King background, though.
Everything the light touches. But there's a lot of shadows in there.
Yeah. This is like a weird Dragon Ball Z fight scene setting.
Yeah, actually.
Perfect for battling. It's perfect to be punched and fly backwards into these pillars of rock.
What should we do? Should we tickle him or should we attack him?
Attack!
We do have a history of, blood and violence. I think we gotta... Oh boy.
No.
I'm making you do it.
I'm impressed.
If anything happens to me, you have to help me.
You are the manipulator extraordinaire.
Oh my god, we just tried to set his butt on fire.
Counting down.
I think we've made him angry.
Okay.
Witness it, the sinking of the sun.
I was a bit worried about what he had to say there. No, I warned you, don't look!
He's looking right at Dunderduck. Indeed.
No.
Zatu. You discerned my true identity.
I'm sorry, what? You discern my true identity. You are Zatu, and you are a Zatu. Your name is Zatu, the Zatu.
That's a bit much.
Yes. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't mean anything in the context of this world in which everything is named after its species.
Yep.
Isn't that right, human?
That's Insecure K to you.
Yeah, that's right. We are kind of the exceptions to this rule.
Yeah. Our little band of killers. All day, he stares at the sun unblinking, so maybe he doesn't know not to look at Dunderduck. Or maybe Dunderduck won't feel so bad about it if it's a blind gaze.
Yeah, I guess.
Wait, if he stares at the sun unblinking, does that mean he, like, turns around and just kinda follows up in the sky? That's gotta be awful on his neck.
I like to think he flops down on the ground to look straight up at it.
Wasn't that part of the animation for Zatu in,
That he was kind of a drinking bird and would just wobble back and forth?
Yeah. So...
I mostly remember his animation in all the 3D rendered games as being ramrod stiff.
Yes, that was what I was referring to, was, when you attack him, he just kind of wobbles back and forth.
Yeah, he can't actually bend at the hip. I see. Which one created this Event Horizon here?
Yeah. These...
Or maybe it's a mushroom cloud, or a...
Maybe. So everything that's been happening could be because of us.
We just walk up to him, your fault, your fault, your fault.
So it's your fault, and it isn't mine at all. Alright, so, basically, that's all he wants to tell us, I guess. There are bigger concerns. The world's balance must be restored, or the unthinkable shall befall our world. So, the world is going to come to an end, and Insecure K becoming a Pokemon has something to do with it.
Yeah, this is like a character from, I don't know, like a dark sci-fi movie that was just dropped into a lighthearted kids game.
Yeah? Yeah, well, we mentioned this before. The game just gets very dark all of a sudden.
Look who it is!
It's our friend from Team Meanies.
It's our friend. It's like Blue's Clues. Hey, look, it's a letter from our friends.
Did he come out here looking for mailboxes to smash? Or just raid? Because he didn't even smash our mailbox.
Yeah, that was...
And he left the tutorials inside. Was that the true curse he left upon us? He didn't take our tutorials. So he's gonna go do some nasty stuff now that he knows this.
What could you possibly do with that information? At all. Like, genuinely.
Oh, you'll see.
Is this gonna be one of those things where he tells on us that we're a human and then, for whatever reason,
well,
everyone doesn't like us anymore?
It's not the fact that we're human that seems to be scaring
guess that
people.
we are going to bring about the end of the world is probably a more likely candidate.
Yeah. So,
which also, all we have to go on is the ramblings of a crazy guy on a mountain.
Yep. Though Alakazam trusts the guy's words, so.
Okay.
And everyone seems to respect Alakazam's team, who I don't think they actually ever give an official team name to.
Let's come up with one.
Team Traffic Light.
Alright.
Does it bother us? Yeah, a little bit. Alright, so there's supposed to be a link between the world's balance being upset and how we became a Pokemon. And they're just going to keep repeating this at us for a while, so...
So this is one of those, like, I was gonna say tutorials. I guess it's more of a plot dump. That doesn't seem to understand when the player's likely to pick up on the information.
Yeah, though this is a game made for... I think it's trying to, like, really get the gravity of it down on any kids who are playing. Because that felt pretty big to me the first time I played it, when, you know, I'm just a Pokemon, what could be the issue? And then suddenly...
I'm trying to remember what games I had played by that point that may have had bigger stakes. Well, the first game I ever played, actually, was Metroid 2 on the Game Boy.
Yeah?
And that game is about being given an order from the Galactic Federation that Samus must completely destroy every Metroid, ever.
Oh.
They have to make sure Metroids go extinct.
So, these guys just mentioned the Ninetales legend.
Ninetales isn't legendary.
It's an old fairy tale about how you'll get cursed if you ever grab one of Ninetales' tails.
So, this is also a world where Pokemon are pretty mundane, so it's like, he just looks outside his window and there's a Ninetales, like, in a bathrobe grabbing his mail. Like, this isn't some ancient
just
forest
waves
spirit.
out.
Hey. Morning, Kay.
But this also
he
implies...
calls you Kay. He has respect for you.
Aw, thanks, Ninetales. But this also brings into account that some of the Pokedex entries we've seen over the course of the games, they're true, according to this.
Like what?
The Ninetales legend, you get cursed if you grab a tail.
Is that going to come into play in this game?
Well, they just brought it up for a reason after they mentioned,
okay.
the end of the world, so we still don't know why we're a human after all. Guess we're just gonna have to find the Ninetales to find out.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, so do we think the curse is us turning into a Pokemon?
We don't know what the curse is.
So we're just gonna go investigate from hearing that some crazy stuff is gonna happen if we grab a fox.
Yeah. Ho, ho, ho. Alright, so we're going to hear the tale now. There once lived a Pokemon by the name of Ninetales. Now, Ninetales had many tails, and all of them imbued with psychic power.
Oh, Ninetales had many tails. Excellent, expertly written dialogue.
But there was someone so foolish as to grab a tail, and it was a human. A human? Yes, a human. As one might expect, the human that grabbed the tail was subjected to a 1,000-year curse. However, just when the curse was cast, a Pokemon named Gardevoir shielded the human, and sacrificed herself to absorb the curse. Why? Why would that Pokemon Gardevoir take the human's place? To Gardevoir, that human was her partner. There exist strong bonds between humans and Pokemon.
Yeah. Okay, so you're actually reading out the dialogue, but once it hits me, you don't read it? Maybe this isn't the best policy.
I'm just trying to get the story across, and he's just repeating bits.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I had assumed that much, that the Gardevoir that we keep seeing in our dreams is,
a little bit important.
Plot relevant.
Taking pity on Gardevoir, Ninetales asked the human this. Do you wish to save Gardevoir? It asked. But the human had already abandoned Gardevoir and fled. Ninetales became disillusioned with the human, and it made this prediction. That human will one day be reborn as a Pokemon.
Well, seeing as you don't need me to fill, I'm gonna have a Pepsi.
Okay. And when the human becomes a Pokemon, the world's balance will be upset. And that is how the legend ends. Do you find it interesting, Sam?
No. No, no, no. I've always wanted to start a chant, but I never know what to chant. I know there's the typical USA, USA.
I love that one, to be honest.
Yeah. I'm more of like an 80s movie slow building clap.
Oh, okay. Alright. Oh, wow, we have a lot of money.
Yes. Does that include your bank?
No, that just, I kind of took everything out of the bank a couple episodes ago.
Oh boy, Peanut Swamp. What's in Peanut Swamp?
Peanuts, one can only assume. Cashews?
The cashew Pokemon. I really like cashews.
I'm not a huge fan.
You know what? I think the most underrated nut is the Brazil nut. Those things are great.
I've never had one.
They're great in cookies as well, because they're kind of like... They're weirdly... It's really weird to say this, but for a nut, they're almost buttery. Like, not...
Peanut butter.
Not in flavor, but like, you just take a bite out of it and your teeth just glide through it.
Okay.
And it's almost the consistency of like a chocolate chip, so you can sub them for... sub chocolate chips for Brazil nuts and cookies. I find. I've done it in the past and had some pretty good results.
Alright, so we just accepted some quests for the Great Canyon, and we're just gonna set about our business after hearing that legend.
Have you ever had a filbert? This is the nut show. A filbert, or I believe that's just another word for hazelnut.
Okay.
Because I know a lot of people know of hazelnut flavor, but and the actual nut itself, I don't know a ton of people who eat those.
So,
Not gonna answer my nut question. What a jerk. Alright, continue. I'm just rambling.
So we tried to, head out to, you know, do work as usual, but Cyndaquil ain't feeling great. Sassy Sam... kinda scared about that legend he heard.
Should I be talking over this, or do you want to keep
don't
it
know.
quiet? I never know what to do because, just as radio etiquette dictates, I tend not to talk over plot-relevant things, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But this isn't voice acted.
Yeah.
But you're trying to voice act it sometimes, so I can't land a...
I don't know what to do.
I can't land a consistent pattern.
Alright, so we're just gonna call it a day after that.
Yeah?
Yep.
Alright. I will respect your decision to do so.
Well, it's you after all.
Oh, more of this. More of this. Who's lonely now? You're in a...
Again.
in a great vast nothing.
We keep seeing this silhouette. Who could it be, Sam?
Who's that Pokemon?
So the voice keeps getting clearer.
Kyle, we should tell a story and slowly leaf through this dialogue. So, we went to a Pokemon, like, symphony concert.
Yeah,
together,
we did, actually.
Because that was the kind of thing we actually bothered to do. They opened that concert with a Who's That Pokemon?
Yes, to which
Crawl.
half the crowd just shouted, "It's Pikachu" at to every single one.
Yes.
That was pretty great.
Or it's Ditto.
Yeah, that too.
That works. That's,
It's a Jigglypuff as seen from above! If you've ever seen that joke before. Alright, so it was, like, within the show, they were doing a Who's That Pokemon, and they showed a perfect circle.
I'm sorry. Within the world of the show, Who's That Pokemon exists.
Yeah, it was like a game show or something like that they were on.
Why?
So, it comes up on the screen, and it's just a perfect circle. And this is back in the Generation 1 anime. So, you know, someone just says, "It's an Electrode!" And then the thing pops in, and the announcer's just like, "Nope, it's a Jigglypuff as seen from above."
Oh, God. No. Also, there are like, what, 3 Pokemon now that look like a perfect circle?
Yeah, something like that.
Maybe like 4? No, I think quite a few more.
Yeah.
Now,
Did
if you want to count like Fungus or something.
Yeah, did you catch that?
That.
Just, well, so we kept hearing Gardevoir's voice. She broke through and was able to speak for a little bit, but only managed to say, "I am your," before getting cut off.
Well, yeah, it's trying to. I am your Pokemon? What? Like, I am your partner? I am your. Because if it's either of those, we already knew that. And this is what I was talking about when I said excessive explanation of plot.
Yeah, this game's kind of bad about it, but it does want to make sure just you get the point.
It really just makes me not pay attention to the plot when I should be paying attention to the plot, because I get used to not paying attention to the really useless information they're giving me. Not a good habit, but I'm not going to be ashamed of it. Remember when we said we were going to cut the recording?
Did we?
No.
Alright.
Yeah,
So.
let's just get through this dialogue,
Yeah.
get to the next bit, save and quit, and you can, I don't know, grind? What were you doing earlier?
I was just gonna continue with missions as usual. We're about to hit a big spike in the plot, though.
Oh, spoilers. Spoilers, something important is going to happen.
It was a commotion at Pokemon Square. Let's go check that out.
Now?
Yeah.
Alright. I like that store. Okay.
The Ninetales legend is true.
Okay, I don't know why we're being quiet as well, because the game really just dropped in audio. Now it's just that awful text crawling out beat. I've heard a few words for it. I know. I want to say Animal Crossing referred to it as BBs. I guess BB? Like metal balls? I'm not really sure what they meant by that. Hey, it's the guy.
Yeah, it is the guy.
It's our best friend.
So I went up to the Hill of the Ancients.
Oh, you're doing this again.
Should I stop?
No.
And that's where I saw it. It was shocking stuff, I tell you. This certain Pokemon was getting advice from Xatu. That Pokemon, it looks like an ordinary Pokemon. But get this! It was originally a human!
Yes.
There's more. Xatu told the human that how the human became a Pokemon has a lot to do with how the world's balance is upset. Which is exactly like the Ninetales legend. You all know how they've been, there have been many natural disasters, correct? According to Xatu, those disasters are caused by the world's balance being upset. And if the world's balance isn't restored soon, the unthinkable will happen to the world. That's what Xatu said! Now, people. There's no need to panic. Well, I think there's a way we can do something about this.
Not really.
Oh, it's quite simple, actually.
We kill the Batman.
If the world's balance is upset by a human becoming a Pokemon, then if that human is gone, then everything should return to normal, correct?
That's pretty much what I expected. This is exactly the... This is the plot to
And
Dark
that
Knight.
human is the rotten coward that abandoned Gardevoir, correct? I don't think the human can complain about anything if we get rid of it.
Did we listen to the same legend?
Isn't that right, Insecure K?
Whoa. Some nice bassy tones here.
Yeah, no kidding.
I want to turn up my subwoofer. Nothing or nothing.
I think I'll go with nothing. All these people we've met along the way suddenly turning on us. Looks like you have nothing to say in your defense, Insecure K. That's how it is, fellow Pokemon. Let's get rid of Insecure K and regain peace.
Pretty sure we could take them.
Yeah. Oh, no, we don't have Dunderduck with us.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah, they're taking swipes at us. Serves them right!
So, does Gengar think now his plans will go off without a hitch? I mean, they weren't working before we showed up.
I think he's just a really big fat meanie.
Well, let's take shelter inside our house.
Which is right next to Pokemon Square, where they were all just attacking us.
Well, that's quite a twist. That's even more so than all those characters we've come to not know and not love. The end of Team Slugrod, I think, is the much more worrying prospect.
You say that, but this really did get me as a kid. I didn't see... it was just
Okay.
really sudden.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's mostly just trying to show all these characters turning on you, and I don't really remember a lot of these characters, and they're characters we just kind of passively bumped into.
Yeah, but they've been, like, constants within the square as you pass through it to pick up your jobs or whatever. And admittedly, we haven't been talking to them, but my first time playing through this game, I talked to, like, everyone every day, and there was constantly new dialogue.
Oh, okay.
Mostly mundane stuff, but, you know, just added to the characters.
Hey!
Team Traffic Light!
We're here to also kill you.
They had a town meeting, and they arrived at the consensus. We have to be killed. Yep. It's come to this.
We can still win.
Maybe. Pack your supplies and get out of here. Come tomorrow, rescue teams of all sorts will take up the chase. So, you may remember, from...
Hooray, we're both homeless now. We're the boxcar children.
Oh no!
We're gonna go solving mysteries, living in boxcars.
I read like most of those when I was a kid.
Oh.
I was really into those.
I was just trying to think of... I honestly really like the kid detective stories, mostly because they're almost universally, when read as an adult, pretty garbage.
Yep.
Mostly because they're either trying to write adult subject matter for a child audience, or they are trying to write, like, childish things in an adult tone.
Yeah.
You know, trying to, like, describe finding a birthday cake with the same stakes as finding a kidnap victim. Oh, wow.
Illusion of choice.
Why include that? Alright.
So, you might remember the, Guild expedition from the second game, which you played?
Yes.
This is basically that same arc. Wherein...
Okay.
Except this one's a bit more dire.
Morning! Are you ready for the manhunt?
We're fugitives. We can't even go tell.
No! Doc!
Our duck friend can't come with us.
Are you familiar with the character Howard the Duck?
Vaguely. Oh boy.
Also, how I imagine Dunder Duck.
Oh boy.
So as we're on our rescue teams talking about friendship solving everything, he's waddling behind us with a cigar in his beak and a big bottle of booze in wing. Wait, and even Jumpluff. Which one?
Both of them.
And Jumpluff.
I really do like this track.
Alright. Hey, the mailman.
Just drops, like, water bombs on us as it passes over.
Oh, that's gonna kill me.
Oh, it's gonna kill both of us. It's a letter. It's farewell, but only for now. The wandering postal carrier, Pelipper.
Just the next day, he opens our mailbox and finds, like, our pinky toes.
Oh no!
Honestly, they always do that for like mobster things, for like ransoms. You know, really not that big a deal.
Yeah.
Like actually, many scientists have postulated that if we continue to evolve as we, continuing to be more of what we already are, we may just lose our pinky toes.
Okay.
Just 4 toes on each foot and 5 fingers on each hand.
Okay. Alright,
Honestly,
so...
it has very little to do with that. I'm sorry, we're running over. We're running over. End recording?
Just this little bit.
No.
Oh, okay.
Or do you want to get to the next save point?
I just kind of wanted to go through this text at the end here. Because
Alright,
it's very
keep
short.
Keep your momentum going.
Thus began Insecure K's cruel and arduous journey as a fugitive.
Well...
Over forbidding mountains.
Okay. Wow, this is a forbidding mountain.
Across fields of fire.
Wow, this is entirely on fire. This doesn't even make sense.
But throughout it all, Insecure K's team kept their heads held high. Without a complaint, they marched on.
Oh man.
See you next time, folks.